Hello everyone, it's Kari from sunshineinmypocket.com, and today I'm showing you a preview of what is coming in the Hedgehog Hollow July kit. Here we have some faces. These are just happy little faces, and you can add these to any of your stamps that you already have. I'm excited to use that for a project that I have in mind. This one is a really cute sushi set. It's got these little sushi rice rolls, some soy sauce, lots of really fun sentiments like rice to meet you, soy happy together, let's roll, really cute. And then this one is called Food with Personality. We've got a little taco here. You're the peanut butter to my jelly with this peanut butter and jelly set. You're sweet and you have a little cupcake and a mixer. You're terrific with this tea set here. You guac my world, and there's an avocado. And let us talk about how awesome you are. Really cute set, lots of options to make with this one. The stencil this month is also very cool. It's the Sunburst, and then we have Pugtastic here. That's what I'm calling it anyway, with all these adorable little dogs. Pug Life, Oh My Pugness, Pugs and Kisses, and Pugtastic. This will make some really cute cards. Here's some dog dishes as well. And this guy has a little hamburger. I love him. I think this is the set we're going to use today, but look at all these cute things that come in the kit. If you haven't subscribed, I'd love it if you would do that. Click the button and the bell there. And let's go ahead and get started with this set here. I'm going to start out by stamping the images that I want with my Gina K Amalgam ink. This is my favorite ink for Copic coloring. It works really great with Copics. And so I'll bring out my MISTI here, and I'm going to just choose some of these cute little images. My nephew really adores pug dogs, so I am making this with him in mind, and I think he's going to really love it. His birthday comes up in it. Actually, it's in a couple of months, so I'll be prepared. I'm going to stamp this out a couple of times using my MISTI. I love using the MISTI to make sure that I can get a really good impression, because you can double stamp it or triple stamp it if need be. And look at how cute these images are. I'm going to show you the beginnings of my Copic coloring for this. I'm not going to show you coloring all of these because I think that some people get bored with that. I occasionally love watching Copic coloring, but it's not for everyone. So real quick, I'm going to speed this up. I'm starting with W3 to lay down some shadows, and then I'm going to go in with some E50s. So this is E55 here, and then I'll go in with the E53 to just blend that one out. And then I'll go in with an even lighter color, which is the E50, and we'll blend that out even more. I think out of all the color combinations that I used, I think this one was my favorite. That's why I kept this one in the video for coloring. But I am going to use some E40s on some of these other dogs, and I think they turned out a little bit dark for pugs anyway. So here you can see I'm going in with the dark colors again and blending them out again just to get more dimension, more depth to the image. And I don't know if you noticed, but I added those wrinkles a little bit further in. One of the cute things I think about pugs is they have wrinkles that are cute. Why can't our wrinkles be cute? Anyway, for the dark areas, I am adding E47 here for his ears, blending it out with an E44 and his muzzle as well. Just a little bit of pink for his tongue. And I did use those E40s on the next dogs. You can see that I darkened up his eyes with some of that dark Copic marker, and then added a white gel pen to add the highlights for his eyes. So I've colored all of them now and cut them out. I just fussy cut them, and I wanted to show you that I have this new Slimline set from Pinkfresh Studio. It comes with 4 different die cuts, which is really awesome. So I've cut 2 of them out. It's got kind of like a diagonal line on the outside, and I'm using this light green as the border here because it matched the light green that I used for the lettuce on the hamburger. So I thought that would be really cute. And now I'm going to take some Distress ink and blend it out onto the centerpiece of this slimline cut. I started out with kind of a cream colored paper here, and now I'm going to just lightly ink blend on some Twisted Citron Distress ink. I'm using this blender brush. I recently got the blender brushes from Tailored Expressions, and I haven't used them yet because I love how clean they are. I'm going to link those below. They're really awesome and probably going to be my new favorites. So for the top, I'm going to use this blender brush here from Pink and Maine and quickly ink on some light blue for the top. So this is just going to give it some light color, just real pretty and smooth. I like how this one blends. So that's going to be the background. Very simple, very quick to do. And now we're going to add some of those images and a few die cuts. Okay, I was having a little trouble with my microphone earlier. I think I've got it fixed, so hopefully this sounds a little better. Here I am going to add some of these paw print die cuts that I got here. And I found the easiest way to add them is to keep them inside the frame of the die cut itself so that I can get those placed perfectly. I'm just going to turn it over, add glue to the center parts of it, and then I'm going to take my retractable craft pick and kind of push those down, the parts that have the glue, and there you have the perfect paw print. It works great. Now these other ones came out of the die. The first two came out of the die, and so I am just going to go ahead and glue those separately, but I found that the easiest way was to go ahead and place it, at least place the bottom portion inside the frame, and then add a little drop of glue inside each of where the top portions go. So you can see here, I'm placing that back down as a guide, and I'm putting glue inside each of those top portions, removing that outline, and then putting each of the little paw print here onto the glue. So that makes it a little faster, a little bit easier. And now I'm going to pop up the sentiment. It says "You're Pugtastic," and put it right on the side there. And now I'll glue down each of those dogs just using my favorite liquid adhesive. Right now it's the Nuvo liquid adhesive. I've been trying out some other glues. This one I keep coming back to again and again. So here you see each of those dogs going down. I love how cute these all are. I did want to color them up differently each one so that they wouldn't all look exactly the same. So some are a little darker, some are a little lighter, and as I say, that lightest one is still my favorite for pug coloring. But there you go. Now we'll attach this piece to the backer, and I'm just going to cut the card base out of an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper. I measured this to just see how long it was. This is about 3 3/4 inches, and the length is about 8 3/4 inches in length. So I cut the card stock for the background to be 8 inches by 9 inches, and then I scored it in half at 4 inches. Now, while this did create a nice little border around the die cuts that I already have, the panel, I ended up cutting it down even further. So don't listen to those measurements. I'm still trying to get a feel for how big I like my slimline cards. There are so many different sizes, but look at that border all the way around. It's quite a thick border, so I did cut it down even more. Now, for the envelope, I have a piece of 12 by 12 paper here. It's kind of a lightweight cardstock, and it is 12 inches, and I cut one side down to 10.5 inches. And on this side, I am scoring at the 3-inch mark and the 7-inch mark. And then I'll turn it to the longer side and score at the 2-inch mark and the 11-inch mark. This is going to create kind of a nice size envelope for us. And what we want to do is cut off all of the corners. Now to cut the corners, normally you would cut on the line, but I am actually coming in a little bit from the line to cut a diagonal piece off. that's going to make our envelope easier to fold together. And so to make it easier, you could cut on the line and then cut off a little bit of a triangle from that edge. So you can see I'm doing that here. I'm cutting on the line itself and then cutting a little bit of a diagonal there. Now I did have to straighten up some of those diagonals so they kind of matched. That's okay too. You're not really going to be able to tell that those diagonals aren't exactly even when you close up the envelope, so no worries. Then I'm going to score, on those score lines, I'm just going to fold those up and reinforce that with my bone folder here. But before I glue the envelope together, I want to add one of these dogs and some of these paw prints to the outside of the envelope. So it's going to make it kind of match our little pug card here. So I'm taking the little happy dog that is jumping up, and I'm going to emboss it on the outside with using some VersaFine sticky ink here, and I'm going to use some silver embossing powder. So I'll just stamp that right on there. I opened up those flaps to make it easier to get a good impression, and then I'll pour on that silver embossing powder and just heat it with my heat tool. Very simple. Then when I add those paw prints, those are the outsides of the die cut that I used on the inside of the card, on the card itself. So that's just what that is. Now I'm going to close up the envelope by adding some tape to both of the flaps here. It's going to keep it nice and sealed. This is just some score tape, and I'll seal up the bottom as well. But we want to keep the top open so that we can add that card in. So don't seal up the top yet. I am going to go ahead and glue on those paw prints just by adding little dots of liquid glue. That will keep those stuck on just fine. So here's our envelope here. Here's our card, and you can see that it's going to fit just perfectly inside that envelope there. I think what I'm going to do is put a little bit of score tape on there, but not seal it up until I'm ready, because I still have to write on the card, maybe add some money. I think to the outside I'm going to add his name here. So this I'll die cut his name out of some letter dies and add it there on the outside of the envelope. So there is our cute slimline card with its matching envelope. I hope you enjoyed this process today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss a thing. I do have more information and links on my blog, and if you're interested in any of the products, I will have them listed below for you. Thanks for stopping by today. I really appreciate all the comments and likes. Thanks for following me. I'll be back real soon with some more inspiration. Until then, happy crafting. We'll see you real soon. Bye-bye.